Hey guys, it's Will and Ken from PLEA. It's Tuesday, July 28th, here in the morning. Just want to update you guys on a couple topics we get a lot of calls on. The first one is the recent pension decision for the civilian pension plan. I'm sure you guys saw last week the civilians who sued back in, I want to say 2012, about 3 years ago, over the changes the city made to their contract, reference vacation and sick leave being calculated towards their pension. They won at the lower level, the Superior Court ruling. They got a positive decision from the judge. As you guys have probably also seen, the mayor has already stated that the city will appeal that decision. And the question I've been getting is, how does that impact our lawsuit, and is it our lawsuit? And the answer to those questions is, this first one is not our lawsuit at all. And the second answer to that is, our pension is governed by PSPRS and the City of Phoenix Police Pension Board, and we operate under ARS statutes, under Arizona Revised Statutes. The civilians plan is a city pension plan operated under the city charter and governed by the laws of the city, not the state. So there's two big differences there. Now, does the ruling, them being successful, help us? I think there are some key parts of that ruling that do help us. However, it's not a complete apples to apples comparison, but it's also not an apples to orange comparison. Where we're at in our lawsuit is, if you remember, about a couple years ago, Goldwater sued PPSLA over their contract, saying that the inclusion of sick leave and vacation leave in the pension calculation was illegal. When we had the contract imposed on us last July, Goldwater dropped that lawsuit and said, okay, since the city's no longer going to include it as pensionable income, there's no reason to continue the lawsuit. As you guys know, PLEA and PPSLA both sued the city, saying, hey, the city, you cannot take away that benefit. It's a vested pension right. You had no right to take it away. And after we sued the city, Goldwater then intervened in the lawsuit. They said, hey, courts, we still have this other issue that's never been adjudicated, reference should this income ever have been counted towards your pension in the first place. So that's what happened. About 2 months ago, we received a positive ruling from the Superior Court judge in our case, where the judge said, yes, PLEA and PPSLA, you are correct. Goldwater, you are wrong. The income is pensionable and should have been counted as pensionable income all along. And then the judge also dismissed Goldwater from the case because they were not party to the other aspect of it, whether the city had a right to take it away or not. A couple weeks ago, we were notified that Goldwater filed an appeal to the appeals court in the case. So now the rest of the case is going to be on hold until the appeal gets worked out. We have no clue of how long it will take for the appeal to work out. It could be 6 months. It could be 18 months. We don't know. It really is just the luck of the draw on the judges we get and how fast we can get arguments heard, and then how quick a decision will be rendered. So the rest of the lawsuit will be on hold until the Goldwater appeal is worked out on the first part of the lawsuit, which is, was the income even pensionable or supposed to be counted towards the pension in the first place. So my best guess is we're probably still about 2 years away from getting a final ruling on if the city had a right to take away the BI and BV conversion to pay calculated into the pensions. Now, having said that, as you guys remember from very early on in the lawsuit, we filed a request for an injunction with the judge. The judge denied that injunction request, and in his denial, he stated that the reason he denied it is because if we win, he will force the city to make everybody whole. So don't let the outcome of this lawsuit impact your decisions. Make your decisions based on the facts that you have as today. So if we end up winning 2 years from now, then we will have to go through individually, one by one, even if you're retired or you're in drop or you're in the middle of your high three, and we'll have to go back and recalculate everybody's high three, everybody's drop accounts, and everybody's pensions as if nothing would have changed. So just don't make any rash decisions. Like I said, the civilian lawsuit from last week has no impact on us, and our lawsuit is still moving forward. We're just a little bit delayed now because of Goldwater filing an appeal into the appeals court, so we have to adjudicate that first before we can get to the rest of the lawsuit. Other issue I want to talk about is a survey. As you guys know, we sent the survey out a couple weeks ago. So far, we have about 400 responses. I'd like to get more responses. If you did not get a survey, or you deleted your survey, or you never received one, please call the office, talk to one of our office staff, give them your email, and we will send you out another SurveyMonkey link so you can complete the survey. Please do that. We want to get as many people as possible to complete the survey. We really value your opinion and value what you think as far as the future direction of the association and how you'd like to see negotiations played out. And I'll turn it over to Ken for a couple more topics.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Morning, guys. A couple other things we want to talk about. Our monthly membership meetings. As you know, typically the last Tuesday of every month, we hold membership meetings at 7:30 in the morning, 12:30 noon, and 5:30 p.m. And that is to try to enable everybody who wants to come down and get information about what's going on to be able to come in no matter what shift they work. Typically, we have very low turnout at these meetings. So what we're going to try to do is experiment with a slightly different format starting next month. The membership meeting for August will be Tuesday, August 25th. We'll be putting more information out on that, but what we're going to try to do is have the emphasis be on the noon membership meeting, and we're going to put on basically some kind of lunch here at the office so that people can come in. We can, for whoever can show up or make it, we can feed you. And then we'll try to have an agenda or format of topics we will put information out on, and you can also give any questions you have to us. We'll try to field them or at least take some notes so we can get back to you on issues of importance to you. We're trying to do this to try to get a more engaged membership. We think it's a good starting point. If any of you have suggestions on that, please email us at the office and let us know. But again, we'll put more information out on that.
And on that same note, so we're going to move the new membership meeting to 11:30. We're going to serve lunch, and we're going to talk about some topics that you want to hear about. Our first topic in August will probably be talking about the pension issues. As you guys know, the pension situation is a big issue for the city of Phoenix, and it's a big issue for you going forward in your retirement. I also encourage you, as a precursor to this meeting, to either pull out your enforcer from this month or log onto or go onto our website, on the public website. You can go into the enforcer link, which is used to be called the recap, it's now the enforcer. Take a look at my article, because I lay out kind of a 2-page basic breakdown of how our pension system operates and what some of the current challenges we have with the pension system going forward. And I encourage everybody to read that, because your retirement depends on becoming very informed on this pension issue going forward, because there's going to be some changes next year at the state legislature, and they're coming whether we want them or not. And it's better for us to be informed and for us to have a voice and be able to direct the impact of those changes than to let the legislators just do what they want to us. So I'll turn that back over to Ken, but I encourage everybody to read that article and get involved.
Yeah, thanks, Will. The last topic we want to talk about before we go off camera here is going to be our upcoming installation dinner. This is going to be our 40th anniversary. Every 2 years when we have an election, we install our new officers. We typically don't try to do a really huge event on these things, mainly to keep costs down, but this will be a big deal. It's PLEA's 40th anniversary. As it turned out, the date will be September 11th. In the latest enforcer that went out, there's an ad with an invite in there. You can clip that out, send it to the office, RSVP. We're asking for a small donation that'll go to PLEA charities. We'd like to get a good turnout on this. It'll be a good time. We'll have some professional entertainment there, and it's just a good time to reconnect with old friends that you haven't seen for a long time, and meet your new PLEA board that's being installed. So we'll have continuous information going out on that too. One thing I want to address with regard to the pension lawsuit, some questions that we've had, and Will can probably answer this, but we've had people calling in asking about should they hold on to or should they forego participating in the sell of 150 hours vacation or sick leave. So for what you're telling them is just proceed as you normally would if you want to participate in that stuff?
Yeah, I would say proceed as you normally would. The new program, the city made it very clear, this new program, which as you guys know is you can sell 150 hours of BV and BI time, provided that you meet certain trigger qualifications. Mm-hmm. It's non-pensionable. The city's made it a point to emphasize this as a new program that's not tied at all to the old program. So if you end up taking out the 150 hours of sick or vacation, that should not have any impact on if we win the lawsuit. Because if we win the lawsuit, the city's going to have to go back to July 1st of 2014, which is when the contract took effect, and make everybody whole back to that point. So that's what will have to happen. So don't let the lawsuit hanging on influences your decision whether you're going to cash out the non-pensionable time or whether you're going to go into drop or pull the trigger to retirement. That will all get sorted out if we win a couple of years from now. I mean, I wish it would be sooner. However, we're at kind of the mercy of the courts, and now we're at the mercy of the appeals court with Goldwater filing an appeal on the first part of the lawsuit.
I think that's about it.
So, yeah, you guys stay safe out there. And if you guys got any questions, you guys got our phone numbers and email addresses. Feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email. Thank you.
Stay safe.